For our service trip, we went to Bonaire, which is an island in the Dutch Caribbean off the coast of Venezuela. The trip was led by Kathleen O'Neill, Mike Rothwell, and Chris Odom. Student participants were Giovanna D'Elia, Alex Harris, Patrick Mahoney, Ivy O'Neill Odom, Josie O'Neill Odom, Aubrey Saunders, Jed Tam, and Zoe Valdepeñas Malor.
To prepare ourselves for the underwater portion of the service trip, we studied scuba theory, and Chris taught us how to dive in the George School pool. Although scuba is a safe sport, we were required to learn some skills in case of an emergency. Some of these were breathing underwater without a mask, removal of equipment while underwater, self and assisted rescue, emergency swim ascents, and proper use of the equipment. Other skills we did, such as swimming through hula hoops, hovering, and pushing golf balls along the bottom, taught us how to move properly in the water and control our buoyancy. We completed our scuba training by conducting 4 open water dives once we arrived in Bonaire.
An important aspect of our service work was conducting fish population surveys. Using our scuba training to get close to the fish without damaging the reef, we recorded the quantity and variety of fish populations. Topside, we uploaded our data into an international database that is used by scientists around the world. Plastics are a huge problem in today's oceans, contaminating waters, smothering reef systems, and killing scores of sea creatures. The beautiful reef of Bonaire is not immune to this problem. During our dives, we also collected any trash and debris we found on the reef.
The trash and plastics problem was especially bad on the eastern side of the island. Most of this marine debris originates in South America, but it also comes from Africa, Europe, and North America, thanks to ocean currents and prevailing winds. To help with the problem, we conducted beach cleanups along the east coast of Bonaire. Just before our service trip began, an oil tanker ruptured off the coast of Trinidad, some 800 kilometers from Bonaire. That oil washed ashore, and we spent hours trying to clean up some of the most affected areas. While we were able to scrape away the larger chunks of oil tar, the sticky residue was impossible to completely remove. So we worked with the local volunteers to haul off tons of contaminated sargassum, seaweed, rocks, and sand. It felt like we were making a lot of progress, but we were discouraged by how much new trash and oil would wash up each day. Also, it was sad to see how much marine life was trapped by the tar and debris. We felt that this was emotionally difficult, yet important work.
Exploring the underwater world was an educational and unique experience. At first, we hardly noticed the marine life because we were so focused on our breathing, buoyancy, and just being weightless in an underwater environment. There was so much to see that we were missing obvious things. However, as our skills improved and diving became second nature, we started to really see the reef and could better locate and identify the huge variety of marine life that was all around us. Wreck diving and night diving were particularly exhilarating, and we were lucky to dive in complete darkness with tiny bioluminescent crustaceans called ostracods. Near the end of our trip, our diving had improved enough to enable us to take 2 exciting drift dives on the east coast of Bonaire. Here we saw pelagic creatures including eagle rays, stingrays, and over 60 sea turtles.
One of the most enjoyable and educational aspects of our service was spending time with underserved Bonairean children between the ages of 10 and 18 at an after-school center called Young Bonaire. The center provided food, academic assistance, and a place to play with friends. Once we arrived, our services were immediately applied to a wide range of fun and interactive activities with the kids. These included playing intense games of indoor soccer, dodgeball, swimming, and freediving. They taught us how to actually play ping pong, and we taught them how to play water frisbee. We also taught short courses in robotics and HTML programming, and participated in their meal preparation classes where students who helped prepare meals were able to take food home to their families. During our days at the center, we really bonded with many of the kids and engaged in meaningful cultural exchanges.
We also experienced Bonaire's unique blend of local and Dutch culture through their food at local restaurants, food trucks, and markets. While we did not have much time for sightseeing, we spent a weekend exploring the small island and visited a donkey sanctuary, former slave huts, the town of Klondike, a windsurfing paradise known as Loch Bay, and the salt pier. Salt is Bonaire's only export, and it accounts for 90% of the salt used in the world. We also had fun watching movies in the open-air theater, sailing, snorkeling, and playing epic card games of Mao in our rooms at night.
The combination of environmental service, scuba, the work we did with young Bonaire, and the beauty of this island made this a memorable and unique service opportunity that will not be forgotten.